Welcome to TMI Socials. I am Anu Stevens, so better still call me your social media butterfly. Now it's now time for us to find out what you have been talking about and reacting to on social media. So yesterday we talked about this particular young man whose name is Timileyin Ajayi, who was caught with the beheaded head of his girlfriend he killed right there in Abuja. Now here's an update of what actually transpired and what is going on right now. Well, the 32-year-old Timileyin Ajayi has been remanded in the Criminal Investigation Department of the Nasarawa Police Command in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital. Timileyin was apprehended for the mother, alleged girlfriend Salome, a 24-year-old member of the National Youth Service Corps, serving at Lincoln Insurance in the nation's capital, Abuja. Well, in a video that has now gone viral, Timileyin was seen revealing why he actually killed her. In fact, there was one part of the video that also did trend where he said he doesn't feel remorse about it, and sadly she has been buried, I said yesterday, and it's still an ongoing conversation right now. But let's go over to Timileyin and hear him verbatim.
So when she came, she was asking me for 3,000. I told her, me too, I don't have 3,000. I'm only managing myself. She said, no, well, I said she will stay like that. She can't stay. I can't go buy no more. She can't stay. As she stay, that's how the whole thing starts. She can't say she's hungry. I can't tell her and say, make she relax. Food they come. She can't say, no, wala. Say she go wait, the food come. And she can't wait. She can't wait. Oh, her body temperature can't rise. Because she's hungry, they marry her. I can't go marry Indomie for her. She can't carry noodles come.
Well, in that video you just heard Timileyin trying to narrate what actually happened and how he killed her. So before her coming to the house, she requested for transport fare and he said he doesn't have. So she eventually came on board and she said she was hungry. She was also requesting for 3,000 naira. He said he still doesn't have money. He ended up getting food for her. So one thing led to another. She started feeling hot. And all of a sudden, he just killed her, according to him, to end the relationship with the girl, of which they've just been together for a year. This is really sad, and may her soul rest in peace. Amen. How have you been reacting to the story online? Let's take a look at this first user, who says this morning, and I quote, official Queen Maria says, so sad she is not here to tell us what happened exactly. This guy is not telling the truth. Another user, still on the story, this one says, this is another proof that a struggling person isn't synonymous to a good person. For people who try to guilt trip people into dating people that are struggling, like poverty is a prerequisite to finding genuine love. There you have it. There are good and bad poor people as there are good and bad rich people. Another user has something else to say. Temitaya says, if he had succeeded, he would have finished his followers with motivational quotes. Animal, this user says. And finally on the story, Sheun Adelabu says he is tired and weak. He knows it's over. Well, it's an ongoing conversation and we'll keep you up to speed right here with everything regarding this one. But away from that, let's move over to #JAMB. Now, JAMB has been in the news lately, and here is why. The National Assembly Joint Committee on Finance on Monday raised concerns over the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board's expenditure on meals, refreshment, and fumigation in 2024, describing the spending as excessive. The committee, which expressed displeasure with JAMB's financial practices, hinted at a possible removal of federal government funding in the board's 2025 budget. However, Senator Adams Oshomole, APC Edo North, questioned the rationale behind JAMB's expenditures, particularly the 850 million naira reportedly spent on security, cleaning, and fumigation. Let's have a video of Adams Oshomole questioning them on Monday.
seeking admission or whatever, for me is something we need to look at. Should we impose more punishment on people who, because in most cases they have to fall back on few privileged people, businessmen, and in particular politicians, to say I can't afford to pay XYZ, can you pay for me? I think that JAMB should be sensitive to the reality of the country as it is today, that we are not supposed to put more burden on the children of the poor who attend universities.
So as of this morning, JAMB had come out to say it is not true. We didn't even spend up to ₦1 million, as you are accusing us of spending money on meals, refreshment, and fumigation, like 850K. That is quite a lot. I mean, ₦1 million is actually a lot. But anyway, let's have a couple of reactions to this particular story. This user has this to say this morning as we get to begin with this one. Henry says, I'm not surprised if Yahaya Bello can still be free after everything. I mean, who is JAMB then? Another user says something else. I think it's possible if that's the sum of annual expenditure across JAMB offices nationwide. Okay, if you say so. African Board says JAMB should be cancelled. It doesn't even make sense at all. And one more take on the story from this user, my country, even the mosquitoes will be equally shocked at this allegation against them. 850 million naira for what? Is it for boy? Anyway, away from that, let's move over to another story where the Minister of Power, Adelabu, has been on as the Federal Ministry of Power has proposed a budget of 8 billion naira for a nationwide public sensitization campaign aimed at encouraging timely payment of electricity bills in 2025. Well, this was revealed by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, on Monday while presenting the ministry's budget to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Power. According to him, the advocacy campaign will be executed across various channels, including social media, digital platforms, and traditional print media to ensure it reaches the entire population. And this got people talking online. Let's have a couple of tweets to hear what you have been saying regarding this. This user says, why not use that 8 billion to invest in communities without electricity for years or improving the Dan power grid? I mean, 8 billion for sensitization, that is a lot. Another user says, why not use the 8 billion to fix light issues so we can have good light? Or more. Okay, still in this bit, Prince Walls is saying awareness advertising campaigns across different platforms, especially with over 200 million population, is not cheap. If they at least will do it right. But I understand nobody trusts our government not to inflate or embezzle, and that's the major problem there. Finally, this user says, please just use the 8 billion to install solar. In general hospitals, there is no need for any sensitization at all. Well, as we tend to wrap up TMI socials this morning, I saw a viral video of a guy at the Mediterranean Sea calling for help, and here the video is.
Oh, I don't dare. You might have no. No. No.
If you want to jackpot, at least do it the right way. That's what some of you were saying online. Another user says, I don't feel sorry at all for this guy. Why would you want to go through that means? You know, that's like committing suicide on a normal day, yeah? To end your life just because you want something better, you want a greener pasture. Let's have this first tweet that we get to see right now, if we could have it already. Well, this user says, Africans just want to survive even in the midst of abundance that the African government has refused to let its people be beneficiaries of. This is disheartening. This is heartbreaking and painful. Final reaction from this user who says, jackpot through the right channel only. All this Mediterranean crossing is never a good option. at all. Okay, all right. Anyway, I feel like this is my video of the day. Finally, this user says, I have no pity for anyone that embarks on such a journey. Please stay safe. Well, that's how we get to wrap up TMI socials this morning, and I really truly cannot emphasize on staying safe. As a female, stay safe wherever you are. Stay safe and always be security conscious. I am Anu Stevens.